Test, test, test. 1, 2. We're good. Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's the bonus show. Shit. Hold on.
Well, we'll be playing that later today.
Yeah, we'll be doing that
we
later.
have it there. It's ready to go.
Yeah, wow. At least we know it works. Okay, here we go for real. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of There Will Be Dungeons. It's time for us to dig deeper into the core of the solar mines. Joining us today, of course, are DM Bo and John, myself, Scott, Kristen, and Kyle, all here ready to play some D&D today. So strap in, get ready, as I pass this microphone over to Kristen, who will catch us up on what happened last time on There Will Be Dungeons.
Last time on There Will Be Dungeons, the gargantuan Grosjean growled and crashed down his cruel cleaver, killing countless. Weaponized and wicked, Varel's eye enraged when it witnessed the mechanical monster, demanding its death. Hope noticed a main machine on the brute's back and bade Nash to take her up. Together they toppled it, pulling out a power source and loosing it into the lava. Meanwhile, Varel took a toe before being dined on as a delicious delicacy. However, now inside, Varel found focus, hurrying to Grosjean's heart and heaving heavy hits, wasting wires until the beats were bested. The despot died, but not before murdering many, including Diane Tallis, Emanil, and Yunyan. Now rejoin our heroes and their forces as the battle rages for the fate of the wide and weird world of the Wastes.
All right, Bo, it's in your corner.
We open on the endless desert. Dunes of sand as far as the eye can see. Motes of wind, gusts of wind blow sand up into the air, and a mild howling can be heard. We move slightly over in our vision to see Vorel, lizard folk, lying on his back upon the ground. Varel, your eyes open to blue, perfect blue sky with very mild clouding.
Wasn't the sky green? Is it better now?
The sky is blue.
Awesome. Did I take any fall damage from my big my big hurrah launch out the heart?
You could contemplate the fall that had just happened as you come to, but your body feels no pain.
Well, then I will attempt to sit up.
You sit up and gather these sights around you and see that you're alone. The endless sands. But for one figure, a lizard folk, with arms to the sides on the waist, staring out back to you across the wastes. The figure's unmoving as it stares out into the distance.
Ominous.
Yes. I will move myself to my knees and get myself up. Take a look at my chest.
You glance down to your chest. You were expecting to see your traveling companion, your symbiote, your source of great power, and yet nothing but lizard folk, pectorals, and abs coated in beautifully multicolored scales.
A wide hand rests upon my breast as I give a sigh and look up, all serious. Grosjean, I yell across the plains.
The head turns slightly. He says, "Ah, you are up. Good. You have been out for some time." He turns to you and he says, Allow me to reintroduce myself to you, for I am Grosjean, the God Killer, and many other titles which we will put under the term the soft shell say, etc.
Did you truly win the backgammon?
Yes, I won the backgammon.
Where are we?
We find ourselves here, in the place where all of our kind are destined to arrive at one day, if we find glory upon the field of battle, the endless dunes.
I see. Then I was victorious?
Indeed, you were victorious. Your name, I know it not. I require your introductions to know with whom I am speaking.
Smile crosses my face as I take a deep breath in. Very well. I am Vorel Rasphim Kurik, the Lizard King. Hero of the Waste, and I go through them all. I go through them all for the purpose of time. Ending towards the more recent ones of Sailor of Space, greatest of the Time Vorels, most wanted of the Dread Pirates, the Victorious Dreamer, Entomber of the Maggot Lord, Cannoneer of the Principal's Face, Parter of Lasers, and Savior of the Universe.
You tell a great story with your name, Vorel. I am pleased that I have fallen to an honor as great as yours. For I am the God Killer, but you are now Slayer of the God Killer. Let all of those titles put aside the rest of those minor stories for the tales you tell the children. And here we find ourselves, Vorel, upon the endless dunes. It is by my will that you are here.
So I yet live.
Your form is formidable. Your muscles will yourself back into the physical realm, as they should. It speaks to your strength. But I am here with a purpose as well. You are not a soft shell. You are a hard shell. And you know that our kind, when we speak, these are not but mere words. They are actions made manifest in the realm of the world. It is not, the word story in common does not describe the manifestation of pure intention that speaking for our kind is. But I noticed something upon our final battle, well, my final battle. Your tone, Vorel. You spake. And when you spake, you said things with eloquence. No ordinary lizard folk are you. How come by you this way of speech?
A long story, and too much exposure to wordy humans.
We are upon the endless dunes. We are not around the soft shells. If you do not tell your story ever, then it did not happen. And I have one last mission before I pass on to the endless dune. And you will play a part in it. But first I wish to know your real story. How come by you such manner of speech?
The man in the yellow robe, so long ago, did take an interest in me upon dunes not so different than this. He taught me the common tongue, removed me from my clan, made me smell of various foods and scents in his experimentations to socialize. Upon my return, I was pecked out, removed, and isolated. And so I sold meats to a small town, Dust Hill.
You sold these meats in partnership with the yellow man? The yellow-robed man? Excuse me?
He was gone. His studies complete, he returned to Principal City, I found later to be the location.
You will allow me to examine your gums.
Very well.
Gross.
And so if you would bare your gums, he would peer forward and look into the gums,
Okay,
tracing the story of your lineage through the gums. And you remember, if you remember back a few years ago in our game, Blunk Oliver made a similar request of you.
Oh, interesting, right. Kind of like palm reading.
Mm-hmm. And he looks into your gums and he says, "Ah, the tale of your lineage tells a story as I suspected, not that different from mine. You will do. I ask nothing that you wouldn't do already yourself, but that you be sure to include my tale in your own. For you may find today you have a new learned purpose. You will take what I impart to you and do with it as you see fit. For the state in which you found me is something of an embarrassment, my one great loss.
How did you end up inside the Frog Hemoth?
You speak of my shedded artifact. I will have your answer for you, but we must begin this tale from the start. I, like you, Vorel, had soft-shell patrons. They taught me. They pitted me against my own kind. They pitted me against others. They gave me treats. I enjoyed these treats. I had a friend, soft-shell friend. But one day I learned that I was not the product of egg, of man and woman together to fertilize egg and make our kind. I learned I was grown in soup. I set out to forge my own destiny from that point, and in my rage murdered my friend and the robed men that I had been given treats by. Finding purpose, I slew foe after foe, and then, like you, for a time I sold meats. But I grew increasingly dissatisfied with my direction and purpose in life, for I knew it was to be great, and I sought out my own kind. They did not like the way I spake. They said it sounded of perversion, and rejected me. However, I made my truth known when I slew opponent after opponent, until I brought all the lizard folk tribes together in Razakval and became the first great Fang. Do you know of Razakval, Vorel?
Very well.
I founded this great nation to start a new era where all of our kind could be united under one banner. And in celebrating my new power, my leadership, my wisdom, I sought to sire many children. I plowed many lizard folk women and many lizard folk men to ensure that I had created many to carry on the name of Grosjean and to carry on our traditions. But as weeks and months passed, no egg would fertilize. At first I thought perhaps it was just one of them, but soon all of the women were unable to produce eggs. Then I had some hope the men might produce eggs due to some difference with me, but that did not occur either. I grew in my rage that my story had been cut off, that it would end in my death, and that none further would know Grosjean or the strength of Razakval to carry on tradition, and in my rage I left Razakval to the schemers and plotters who began speaking ill of my inability to procreate. I went to the soft shells and slayed man after man, and they said, "Jesus, help me." And they said, "God, no, please do not do that." And I said, "Who is this God? Who is this Jesus? Tell me." And finally they pointed me to one who knew, this man of metal called the Principal. I defeated him in battle, and I said, "Tell me where this Jesus is and this God is." And the metal man said he did not know, but he knew one who did. Another soft shell, with no story to his name worth speaking. Brent was his name. The Principal brought me to his land of fire, quite beautiful, I would say, and I signed a contract that the soft shells have. I know still not quite what this is, but I know that if you kill the person you sign a contract with, the contract becomes no longer applicable. So I signed the contract knowing I would kill Brent after I had gotten my end. For Brent knew the one thing the Principal and no other man, soft shell or hard shell on earth, did not. He knew where the stairwell to heaven was, and that I could reach God. And he opened up the stairway to heaven, and I went in alone in my rage. These humans of wings called angels came after me, and I tore their wings from them, one by one. You should have seen it. I was magnificent. I rent the army of angels asunder until they delivered God unto me. And there a great face stood before me. It said nothing, and cast me to hell. But so strong was my rage that I resisted his casting into hell, and I reached an arm up and grabbed his great beard and pulled his big face down. I took his nose, and I unsheathed the skin from his face, exposing bone, and I entered into the face of God, and I ate upon the brains of God for 3 months. Satisfied that I had slain the flesh god that plagued this planet of that the soft shells called Earth. My failure became known, and I was given to Brent, and then exchanged back to the Principal as a servant for more experiments to be conducted on, just as I had been at the start of my life. But they could not control me. They could only take pieces of me and manufacture them into artifacts. And so, your Principal kept me buried. Until his hour of desperation, he unleashed me unto your battle. I do not fight for your metal man. I do not fight for anyone. I fight to slay gods who prohibit the name of Grosjean from ringing out upon the lands. And thus I ask you this. Let not the name of Grosjean pass into nothingness. Let the name of Grosjean the God-Killer haunt the children gods. And if you have the blood of a great warrior in you, you too will hunt these gods and show them that they are weak. But that is your destiny to decide. That is my story. And see to it, you verify upon your own ability to carry on your name. For if the humans deemed you dangerous, then you too will be unable to sire any children. Think on that. And if that is the case, let your rage flow through you and kill as many of their kind as you can, and find a way to make your name live on. He turns to leave, having told his story, to walk out into the endless dunes. You have an opportunity for questions, reactions.
Your deeds are great, Gurgil, and I will add to them. Slayer of the God Killer, Grosjean, your name will be in my story. However, your people were left alone, were isolated by your rage, and suffered greatly. Razakval fell into ruin. I will not continue this cycle. The lizard folk will take the solar mines, and we will make it a peaceful place. A place where our children can grow. And should the humans, the soft shells, attack and threaten that way of life, then they will know my glory. But I have traveled this great space for many years. And I'm afraid I desire peace now.
You have nobly told your story. Thank you. But you will find the fight comes to you, sooner or later. The gods meddle interminably. He turns and walks off into the distance. The wind begins to pick up, blowing more sand dramatically, obscuring your view more and more as he walks off. Last chance for any other actions or business you'd like to do before he's gone forever.
Still I ask, how did you end up in the Froghemoth so long ago?
And he stops. I explain, Vorel. They made weapons of me. They could not control me as their dog. So they carved pieces from me and made artifacts of them. One of their warlocks carved out my eye and made it into whatever it is you have. But I have no sentimentality as a soft shell. I suffer no insult that you use it. A weapon is a weapon, whether it's made of rock or bone. My eye is yours to wield as you see fit.
I
A
would
formidable
rather see
weapon,
you
no
at peace.
doubt. I have no wish for peace. Make no mistake, Vorel. I walk not into the endless dunes in search of quiet. I will continue to hunt my gods. So long as existence is permitted to me in any form, violence will follow. But this is my tale, and you have told me yours. And you have defeated me, and so I acknowledge your strength. Perhaps we will see one another again upon these dunes. And then he turns again and walks off, and the sand picks up, covers everything, and you can't see. The next thing you notice, Pharrell, is a smell. Now, you're lizard folk, so smell is a more visual thing for you than for other people, and it smells like armpits. like a gust of armpits enters into your nostril, as well as kind of shit.
Kinda.
It wakes up and opens your eyes, and as you open your eyes, you see Bok Bok. Vorel! 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 And then overhead a ship flies by, and you hear a sound of explosion. Vorel! And you wake up with 1 hit point. And you wake up in an area. The rest of the party, you're going to be out of it, although you may wake up soon, but I'm just going to move the map over to a visual so you can see kind of what's going on. You wake up to a visual, Vorel, of cars circled all around, goblins, elves, and lizard folk upon them, forming sort of a circled wagon, fighting off hordes of Toyota host assaulting. They're using ranged weaponry and taking them down as they get closer, and as they reach vehicles along the carousel, they get knocked off. You're the first to wake up as your teammates also arrive unconscious, lying in the sand, with the various army around you. Bok Bok says, "Vorel, very close. Vorel almost make blowy, but still here. Got to go, Vorel," he says. He brings his face closer to you, and you smell the armpits and shit even stronger. Got to go, Vorel. And then he runs off to the the battlements of the vehicles surrounded in a circle. You look around and you see Admiral Chrysorius providing directions. Nobieri, Monsoon Cabbage is nearby. The 2 Nashes are also helping on the front lines, as well as Bertrand Bolg. Your teammates are all unconscious, but living as far as you can tell from a quick cursory glance.
With my 1 hit point, I will stagger up. Let the camera spin around my feet, viewing the insanity about me. I want to check Stanley, for he was the one that went down.
Stanley's clothes are a little charred and burnt, but he's got a blood coming out of his nose, but he's lying unconscious as far as you can tell without a medicine check to further investigate any ailments or predicament.
All right. I think I see White Nash over there. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll start limping my way over to him.
Okay. Oh, Vorel. Okay, good. You're up. So it got really bad in there, and anyways, I'm glad to see you're okay.
You have the spells. The healing spells.
Yeah, I didn't want to use them without, you guys seemed okay. I just wanted a bit of advice. Everyone's kind of busy right now. Do you want me to cast some healing spells on people?
Please, my companions and myself, if you can spare.
Okay, just 1 second. I gotta consult my spell sheet. So can you just give me a minute and I will get back to you.
Nashes.
Yeah.
I'll head back over to the party. I'll kind of line them up, having some idea of ranges and AoEs, so I kind of stack them, touching feet in kind of a big triangle, assuming that it will allow AoE spells I've seen Stanley and others do to hit them all at once.
Okay.
Maybe cross their hands on their chest and kind of make them look spellish.
Oh, okay. Getting them ready for the heals kind of thing?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. All right, well, I'm going to get... I'm just looking at the spell list for... We don't have a cleric in here, so I'm not familiar, so I don't want to do something crappy. Okay, here we go. All right, so he's going to cast Cure Wounds on the party at a higher level. So when he casts... And he has, I would think, okay, 5th level. All right, so 5... It's 1d8 and 1d8 for spell slot of 2nd level higher. So that would be 5d8. So I would set your hit points to 1, please.
Jeez.
No dying, but you were at 1. And he's going to go 1 by 1 and cast Healing Word on the 3 of you. Not you, Vorel, because you seem okay unless you specifically ask him for it. I will roll for the amount healed. 21 hit points for everyone. And at this moment, you could benefit from a short rest after waking up or in this area. You're sort of in this safe zone where you can sit down. Well, maybe for an hour.
So I'm sorry, we're all at 1? What did you just roll? What was that?
Yeah, you were all at 1,
Okay.
and then you're all at 22 now.
Okay. All right. So that's what that roll did.
Yeah. You were all caught in a giant explosion. That's all you know. You come to with 22 hit points.
Okay. Gotcha.
I will in turn offer each of you a hand to help you up. Of course, the sweet wrist grab kind of grab as I pull you up.
Yeah.
And as everyone wakes up, you see you're encircled in a caravan of vehicles somewhere in the Valley of the Solar Mines. There are goblins, like ally forces, all around fighting off hordes, sort of rushing towards your position. It looks precarious. And there are Elhandari ships flying overhead, dropping empathy grenades on the hordes, sort of preventing them from meaningfully getting past your barricades. And you're kind of in the middle, sort of in a just general section where you can do planning, decide your next moves. That's what you get the sense of. In attendance right now, Monsoon Cabbage lands down on the ground. He's here. Nobieri's here. Admiral Chrysorius is here. The two Nashes. And Bertrand the Jeweler Mulg is here as well.
So just to be clear, did we benefit from a short rest, or are we in a position where we could take a short rest if that's what
I would say
was
you've been
it?
out for a little while, so I would say just short rest it up, because that, if you want to spend hit dice or whatever, then go ahead and do it. We're not going to get too technical about that. It's wartime, and it's a war rest. We'll say that. A 10-minute break in the foxhole with bullets flying overhead kind of thing.
As long as we're not dealing with trench feet, I'm good.
Yeah. You.
I will reach down, as now my companions have roused, and see if Grosjean's on my chest.
The eye is there.
Do I still have Chrome's Bane and my sword?
Your equipment's still in hand.
Okay. I'll give a little sigh, remembering what Grosjean taught me. Friends, we felled the mighty foe.
We found a mighty fell.
Fell the mighty full fell.
Have you still fight in you?
I'm not dead yet.
As much as one can have with 21 hit points, says Nash.
Stanley sort of takes a look around and just sort of says, I don't see a particular option otherwise.
Then let's continue. Seems our companions here have made a glorious final stand, but we are needed once again.
Admiral Chrysorius, who's providing directions, hearing speech behind him, just out of the corner of his eye, looks, turns around, he says, Solele Prime, you're all right. And he comes towards you, Stanley, and kneels down. And he says, can you, I see you can stand up. How are you? We're in need of your guidance right now.
Right now, we don't need my guidance. We need yours. You're the military mind. We need to get out of this situation.
We're holding here, but there are other forces and other battles occurring all across the solar mines. This isn't important. We're here to keep them busy, to keep the fight going. If you're up and able, the entrance that we planned to enter below is enveloped in lava, and we need a plan B to get you inside the underground, or this entire battle's for naught. The two Nashes here have not entirely been helpful with this. Perhaps your Nash can be helpful finding us a way in, and we'll ferry you in, and we'll take care of the battle here. This one here is not your fight. You must get that, and he points to the triangulosphere down below.
Nash, do you have any other idea on how we can get down below into the solar mines?
No. Because I've never been below. As far as this lava problem...
Oh, you've been below.
Have I been below? Have I been that low?
You described it to me in that episode when we talked about where the slaves are underneath.
Oh, okay.
Like
by
the
below,
underground.
that's what we mean. Okay.
Yeah, the underground where the slaves are doing other solar mine stuff, where you were raised.
Right. Well, in that case, I know all about it in there, but I don't think Nash would know another way in. Like through the lava would be the only way. I mean, that's how you get in.
But search your memory. You grew up here, right?
Yeah.
So, like, you were a little shit, I'm sure, for a time. Like, the director might have, you might have gotten in trouble getting into places you weren't supposed to, maybe? No? Was that...
You weren't really allowed to. You were made to study when it was time to study, sleep when it was time to sleep. You really didn't have any... I mean, there were guards all the time. So you never really had a chance to, like, sneak anywhere.
You never snuck anywhere, ever?
No. Okay, that's not true. That's not true. I went to... there's a story I've never told. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the story. There was a night, but this is before I got put down in the mines. So this is early when I'm still being sort of, I don't know, groomed to be whatever I'm going to be. And I'm having access to these old books and these old things, and they're teaching us and all that. We weren't allowed to go near the kitchen or kitchens, and there was a night where I snuck out to get food because I was hungry. But that didn't reveal anything about a way down there or alternate ways in there.
Well, one of the Nashes speaks up and says, Nash, what about that one time we stole some books?
Well, that may be one difference between me and you, White Nash. I never stole any books. If I did, I'd still have them. He would say to White Nash.
Well, I mean, lots happened since then and now. We didn't exactly bring our books with us, but do you not remember the more suburban area where the enlightened people got to stay?
I remember that.
Well, you remember...
we were all working to go there eventually. That was the idea.
Well, do you remember Dick Pendleton? Did you have a Dick Pendleton?
Table talk. Do I know this Dick Pendleton? Have I heard this name
it's up
before?
to you. Did you know? Do you want to go along with this and say like, oh yeah, Dick Pendleton?
You know what?
I don't. This is a character creation choice right here.
No, I like this. Let's make Dick Pendleton. I want to know more about him. So yeah, I'd say I remember his name. Sure.
He was a kid in our they called them classes, but it was kind of like forced learning, right? Like,
yeah.
I loosely use the term. Well, you remember he dared us to go up and take a book?
Vaguely, I guess I kind of remember that.
That class, it was a class about learning about I don't know what movie. They just made us watch movies and taped our eyeballs open. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then after class, he called you he said you weren't brave. He called you we don't really say those words anymore. But he called you a wussy.
Oh,
you were just.
Yeah, I remember that.
He said, "I'm not," and then he said, "Well, if you're not, go sneak up that hallway and steal that book."
Okay, yeah, I kind of remember that, but I still don't understand if I stole that book, how that gets us any closer to the core of the.
Well, that's how we get down, right? The main entrance is down, but there's wherever that book was, there's got to be a way in.
Oh, good point.
We just got to remember where it was. Do you remember what I sort of remember when I went up, when I got up there, I couldn't believe the amount of not just books, but they had movies there, and they had like really nice blankets and a bunch of clothes, and everyone looked pretty clean in there. But I mean, we just took the book and got out.
Well, I do remember. I remember they were pretty highfalutin over there. Kind of hated them for that, so I do have memory of that. But as far as like specific locations, I don't remember any doors or hallways or what direction to go or any of that stuff. Maybe if we went together or somehow figured out a way to scope that out together. I don't think either of us are very stealthy.
So Monsoon Cabbage steps up and he says, "I'm glad I got everyone." His clothes are pretty like tattered up and stuff like that. Admiral Chrysoria speaks up. He says, "Yes, Monsoon Cabbage got all of you out. Thank you, Monsoon." And sorry, my job here, I didn't want to wasn't trying to take some sort of credit for anything. I just wanted to say I've been flying up in the air a lot. And I noticed that there's this area where there's a dome. It seems like there's a lot of clean meat in there. I mean humans. Do you suppose your clean place, highfalutin place, might be in this dome?
Well, probably. It's the only. I mean, if it was like it was then, it's the only place anybody was clean. So sure, that's as good a objective as any.
Admiral Chrysorius turns to you, Stanley. Says, "Does that confer a high degree of confidence when he speaks that way, or low?"
Honestly, I have no idea at this point. Nash is an unknown quantity, but it's the only information we have to go off of.
Well, what are we thinking, guys? Says unfortunate Nash, the Nash who summoned the meteor swarm earlier. He's standing there.
You know who's
do
probably
you need
not
me to cast any spells?
You know who's probably not stealthy at all? Unfortunate Nash is my guess. I mean, if we're gonna get over there, we gotta have A, more than 22 hit points, and B, we gotta be able to do this quietly. So I would say we probably all should go at the same time, and the two Nashes, me and White Nash, will try to point us all in the right directions as we get there. I don't think separating or splitting up is going to do us any good in this part of our quest.
Well, take whoever you need, but we need a quick decision. And by the way, don't forget your long rest in a can. You've got in your equipment.
Yeah, I would probably this would be the time to take it. Do we all still have that, or just some of us?
You all still have it and haven't taken it.
Okay.
But it does reduce your overall life by 5 years.
Yeah. I don't think...
Which for a lizard folk is like a tenth of your days.
Oh, Varel, by the way, for the killing blow on Grosjean, I forgot to mention this earlier in a dramatic fashion, so let me just ham-handedly clamp it into here. But go ahead and take your next level at the end of the show. Or now, if you can get it in at the break.
Cool. What level
All
should
right.
I be?
What's levels everyone else? 15?
16 after the level up from
Yeah.
killing Grosjean.
Oh, only Varel's getting the level up. So he'll be 16?
Right, but at the end of last episode, you said we all leveled up.
Oh, yeah, you
even though
did.
some of
Oh,
us
did
might
I
die.
actually? Oh,
Yeah.
then never mind. All right, never mind then. Forget it. I
I
forgot
thought you were
about
giving him an extra one to catch him up to us.
No,
'cause he's one behind.
no.
Completely
Well,
forgot that you did that.
I would have, but then I forgot I gave everyone a level up. So just never mind that.
Congratulations, Kyle. You got the same thing everybody else
Sweet.
did.
Awesome. I'm 15.
I forgot, and I planned it sort of differently, forgetting that I did that last week. So yeah, awkward. Anyways,
No worries.
The battle continues raging on behind you, and Monsoon says, "Look, guys, I can go with you if you want me to. Although I feel like I'm doing a lot of good out here."
Nash, what is the purpose of this clean room?
The cleanness is just if you graduated up and learned what you were supposed to and fell in line with what they expected from you, then this was like the ultimate place you would end up. You might get a cool job or you might get other stuff, but really the idea was you're going to live better now. You're going to have clean clothes. You're going to have a way to wash yourself all the time. You're going to have all the food, wine, and books and things that you'd ever want here. This was like the highest level of that batshit society they were trying to build there.
And we could gain access to the lower levels in this place?
That's the only part I have no guarantee about. I don't know. I assume so because it's underneath.
There are gates. As I was flying up, I saw the Kuromukishi who are stationed in their exit to go fight in the battle. As far as I can see, the gates are unattended. Admiral Chrysler says, we could bring a ship, we could fly you in, you could parachute down, hit the doorway, go into the domed city, find the entrance.
It's the only lead we have at the moment.
With time of the essence, I believe this is the path.
All right, Admiral Chrysorius gets on the home. On his headset, he says, I need a ship immediately at rendezvous point 725.756. I need it now. And then overhead, you see his ships just sort of take off and appear. Just for dramatic flair, we'll have the ship show up. As it flies over top. Flies over top of everyone. And a laser ladder's rolled down. So who do you want to take with you? Is it just the four of you? Who else going on this mission?
I mean, I think all four of us should go. That would be Nash's position.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of others, so I've lined up all the NPCs that are remaining. You can, choose who you want to bring with you.
We could bring White Nash for the healing spells.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, I think we can triangulate lore as well between the Nashes, and bringing all three might allow us to have at least an idea of where we're going.
And then if we're going into the Dark Monsoon, Cabbage would probably be a benefit.
That's true. Would everyone out here die, though, without him, since he's the last, mega high-level cleanup crew?
They be evacuated?
Well, the battle's ongoing and chaotic in several spots. So this isn't the only battle. This is one of the battles. So
if you send them somewhere, they're just fighting somewhere else, right?
Well, there are several ongoing battles throughout. I'll take you to the overall battle map here, just so you get a sense of what's going on with the war. There are a lot less there, but there are skirmishes down south. There's still skirmishes by the gate, although they're pretty much cleared up, and there's skirmishes by the government buildings occurring. And half the ships have been lost.
Okay.
So it is winding down, but at the same time, there's still ongoing skirmishes. You've lost Diantalis, which is your ace in the hole, nigh unkillable being. So yes, Kyle is right. He is the strongest player in terms of the war. So that could have an impact on how things play out up here.
Yeah, and we're using the goblins as the foot soldiers, and if Bok Bok dies, they might all run for the win. So Monsoon Cabbage being here keeps the force, and also what's-his-face, Grand Admiral is here too. So I think we sort of lose all the factions and control of the top if we take Monsoon with us. What about
the jeweler?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
jeweler's
feel
just
like
kind
one
of.
more piece of muscle would be important.
Yeah, you look over to the jeweler. You say, what about the jeweler? The four of you look over to the jeweler, and he just looks at you and he spits on the ground. He nods.
He's in.
Well, with two Nashes and the jeweler, that might be more than enough that we can handle.
Well, if one of them gets out of line, the other one they can just fight each other, and you can just leave them be, probably. So that's kind of a self-solving problem, maybe.
Do we want any red shirts?
Sure. I mean, why not if they fit?
There's plenty of them.
And if that reduces our chances of taking direct damage while we find out where we need to go, it's a good idea.
Damn. Hope's become a ruthless
This
aristocrat.
is war, man. You're looking at numbers. You're not
Like,
looking at individual
Hey, man,
stories.
it's better that one of the soldiers die than the leader.
We gotta get we're the ones who know how to work the machine, right?
You're not lawful good. That's fine.
Oh,
Right?
no.
No. That's character appropriate.
Okay, what if we brought a...
looks at the crowd of people and just he looks at everybody and just goes, "Just get whoever we need on the ship, whatever we need." And he walks up and starts climbing the ladder.
Okay. Stanley just doesn't. Stanley seems a little not in great spirits as he walks straight to the ladder and just tells you to do whatever. And Admiral Chrysorius, finally noticing this, gives him a raised eyebrow as you walk by. And Admiral Chrysorius steps over to you, Varel. Can I take you aside for a minute? I don't think Stanley's doing very well.
This is not the time for one of his moods.
He lost some companions in the battle. Now I know his relationship to Dine Talus is complex, and all the Elhendari elves grieve at the loss of an archfey. But now's not the time to lose one's resolve. They all signed up for certain death, including yourselves. Just keep an eye on him. We need him.
Ah, do you happen to have a cursed artifact of some kind? For when we encountered this thing in a bank, Stanley became all business, and we could use that, Stanley.
Do you speak of spirits? Mead and thus? He is half human. A beer might improve his spirits, yes. There should be some on the ship. There should be some sort of food replication devices on there. Order him a beer.
Will do. Would we benefit from one of your, how did you say it, empathy specialists?
Well, the Lothinsula Accords strictly prohibit the use of empathy grenades in Elhendari on Elhendari violence. Not without consent, but it's treasonous to suggest such a thing about the Solele Prime. But if I'm simply answering your question, empathy grenade might be your passage in to resolving his issues, but it should be done with the guidance of a proper therapist. At the very least, where is Dr. What's her name? Sorry, it's been so long. How can I forget such a thing? Oh my God, Kristen's gonna kill me.
Dr.
Yes.
Junior Vaughn.
Doctor, it's just been a while. I'm like, there's so many character names.
Dude, you're talking to a pregnant woman. I can't even remember the name of my family members.
Where is she? Dr. Oh, wait, is she not in the thing anymore? Gosh damn it. Happy Lady. What's her name? I can't.
Happy Lady.
Oh, you mean the character I played?
Yeah. The other
Oh,
your doctor. Dr.
Lyriel.
Lyriel.
Thank you.
Lyriel. Sorry, it's like, perhaps Lyriel would be a good person for therapy, but I think she's remained on Mars and not here. Do we have I can see if there's an emergency therapist in remaining standing. Should
Hand
we
me
do
the
that?
grenade.
He takes an empathy grenade from his belt and puts it in your hand like Predator style, like just with a firm elf clasp, stronger than you anticipated.
I will return your Solele Prime to you, and should he remain emotional in the face of certain death, I will use this.
Okay, all right. You have an empathy grenade. Mark it on your character sheet. Admiral Chrysorius grabs your shoulder and says, "Thank you. May Alhendar watch over you.
For peace.
Mm.
For all of us. And I'll kind of, wait, am I the last one on the ship? Or
No,
has
no,
everyone-
Stanley walked off. Everyone's down there. You're just having a private consultation, so you can turn to everyone and speak.
I turn and lament the fact that I can't grab onto the ladder and have that fly off with me holding on to the ladder because not everyone's on board yet. So I turn back to the group. Let's load up.
All right. Okay, yeah, if everyone doesn't resist, you can load up. So you're loading up. Let me make sure I write down who we're bringing here because I probably have to make some adjustments. You're bringing Jeweler, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you.
The jeweler who is on Nash control, Nash focus control.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to write Nash control.
Man, you got the
Nash
short
control.
end of the stick with that job. Jeez.
So White Nash.
There's
we
3
got-
of them.
There's 3 Nashes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we got White Nash, Unfortunate Nash. Is Unfortunate Nash going, or are you leaving him behind?
I
I
think
wasn't clear on that.
I think he should go. We're gonna need more magic stuff. So
I mean, the firepower.
No.
So Chrysorius,
Have that
Cabbage
kind of
staying
magic.
behind. Nobieri staying behind. Okay, and Bok staying behind. So that's it. You're bringing the jeweler and 2 extra Nashes.
And then as many goblins and elves as can be spared in this little area of the battle.
Okay, Admiral Chrysorius goes around, taps shoulders on goblins. The goblins don't listen, so then Bok has to go goblin, go Varel! So goblins kind of show up all like picking their ears, they're just like they're antsy, they're looking for a fight, and Bok directs them to get on the ship. How many, Varel? Need no. Not too many. 50?
Wait a minute, that'd be too many. That'd be all of them here, right?
I don't know.
Bok, we will work on your counting when I return. Give me 5.
5-0. 5-0 Goblino. Okay, you, you, a special guy. And he brings one over who has like one big undertooth. And who else?
If an elf or 2 can be spared.
All right, so I'm gonna get 2 elves. Admiral Chrysorius looks around, tags 2 elves, tells them to go up. Varel, there are also lizard folk around. There's few of them, but you do see them on the front lines. You'd have to yell out after them to get them.
Yeah, no, their presence is inspiring others to keep battling, particularly on the front line. So removing them would be a blow to morale here, in Pharrell's terminology.
Very sensible. All right, I'm just writing down some names here. Okay, so they move up into the ship. Everyone else can get on. Who's in control of the triangular sphere currently?
I think Hope has the remote for it.
Yeah.
I forgot I had a remote.
Okay, perfect. So the party moves up into the ship, and you are now last on the ladder, Varel, on the laser ladder. Did you have a speech you wanted to... Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll turn to Monsoon Cabbage. What's his name he goes by now?
Well, except when Mayor was his old tiefling name. He's Monsoon Cabbage now.
Okay. Keep them safe. This is the last bastion of their morale. I trust you with this.
Fortiet Kala.
A fine place to put your faith.
Yeah, and he Supermans up into the air because he's a vampire, and then he just immediately rushes down off into the distance to find another battle to help out. Poof. All right, you are now in the air. You're in the ship hold. It's not going to be. It's not going to take very long. You hear the pilot over the intercom. We'll be at the destination in about 2 minutes. Prepare yourselves for jump.
All right, and then Hope's gonna turn to everyone, and just gonna. All right, now since we're going underground, it's probably going to be a lot of closed-off spaces. We may run into groups of bad guys. My thought here is that the elves throw the empathy grenades, as many as necessary, to quell whatever size group. You guys know the sizes. I don't, for these grenade effects. And then once they're sedated, we rush in, we kill them, and that's how we do it. As little damage sustained as possible.
The goblins look to you and they go, "What if make damage? Oopsie."
What's oopsie?
Oh, oopsie. Make axe go, whoa. An axe go cutty, and bloody go.
That's all right. You know, accidents happen. We even have accidents sometimes. That's okay.
I like Horn Lady.
Just wait for the blowies to go off and then go in. And then you can have as many accidents as you want.
Good. Plan good. Bok,
She's
good
shaking
king.
her head. She can't believe she just said that.
All right, perfect. So you've got 2 minutes. The two elves have just gone into motion right away. Stanley, you're up first. You get a back. They strap a parachute onto you very carefully. Nash, the three Nashes, they just hit you with, like, they just slam you in the chest with it. Like, here you go. Put your parachute on. And they give one to each of the Nashes. And Varel, they give you a parachute. And then Hope, they approach you and give you a parachute as well. You know what you're doing out of all the teammates when it comes to like gear and equipment, so you're able to put it on more ably. White Nash turns to you, Nash, and he goes, you know how to work this?
No. You don't?
Hope will go over and start checking everybody.
Yeah, the jeweler puts his on. He's got no problem. He's never done it before, but he just has toxic male confidence, so he's putting it on. He's just putting it on, and he's not doing a bad job of it either, right? That's the annoying part. Varel, do you put a parachute on?
What is the meaning of this backpack?
If you hit the ground, you're dead. So it stops you from dying.
Think of it as slow fall from Stanley, except a physical way of doing it. No magic. You might like that. It's the warrior's way.
Stanley, do you take insult in this?
No. In fact, I would actually prefer you use this instead of asking me to save you again.
You are grumpy, sir. Very well.
One of the elves comes up to the party and says, should we hit the door or should we hit the glass and cut our way in? We're hitting the door, right?
I mean, yeah.
It was unguarded, as the report went.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. And he starts lining up the goblins one by one and lining you up. Do you know what order? Who wants to jump first? Jump last? Jump order, please.
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Give me a jump order.
Stanley got on first, so he'd probably be all the way in the back, so he'd probably be one of the last ones to get out.
Okay, all right.
So I would guess near the back, but also strategically speaking, if somebody messes up their parachute, I can catch them.
Yep, Stanley bravely moves to the back of the line.
Wait, do the goblins all have parachutes?
Yes, they do.
Do they look like they know what they're doing?
No.
All right, I will pick up all three goblins.
5. There's 5. You want all 5 of them?
Oh, that's a lot of goblins.
That is a lot of goblins.
So you go to pick up 1 or 2, and one of the elves turns to you and says, you don't got to carry them. You can hold hands on the way down if you're a bit nervous about jumping.
Very well.
That's a
Encircle
bit
with me, goblins.
All right, so Varel reaches arms out on both sides, and the goblins form a hand-holding circle.
Hope will ask to join this circle.
All right. Hope you cut in, and the goblin who likes you goes, "Yes, like Horn Lady," and then they break open and they hold the hand on either side.
Yes, the circle grows strong. Everyone join the circle.
The white Nash and unfortunate Nash looks to you, Nash, and this doesn't really feel like our thing, but also I don't want to be like left out. I don't want to be that guy. Are you joining, Nash?
Yeah, I'll join.
All right. So then all the Nashes join.
Yep.
All right, and then everyone, everyone looks around, and one of the goblins say, "Someone missing." Who's missing? And the goblins sort of look around, they peer around the bodies, and then all the goblins are staring at you, Stanley.
I have no
Elf
problem.
boy!
I have no problem being part of the circle. I just need to be free to save one of you should one of you fail to use your parachute. Magic doesn't just take care of itself. It requires a waving of hands. I need to keep
Well,
it free.
One of the goblins smiles at you and says, "Okay, thank you."
They're the worst.
Over the intercom, you hear, "All right, we're getting close. Get ready." And then the door opens up, and the air blows in, and everyone's clothes are going crazy. And who's taking the lead on the jumping circle?
I mean, it should be someone who's possibly fodder.
No, but I mean, who's like leading the dance? So tell me
Oh,
what,
oh.
what you guys are doing. Yeah.
Well, not Nash, because he's no good at that.
Yeah, I start directing people towards the exit. Start pulling the circle.
Okay. Well, you start pulling, and everyone's a little quiet. So Bertrand goes, "F this," but he says the full word like so slow, and he just jumps out of the plane. The jeweler's first to go.
Well, Nash, are you gonna let the jeweler show you up?
Maybe.
And I'll jump out with whatever holds on to the circle.
All right, Varel's will breaks first. He pulls the circle outside, edges towards it. You look down. Varel, do you look down and do the dipping your toe in water, or you just kind of go? You
I just
kinda
go.
let
Yeah.
Go full bravery mode. You jump off the side. Everyone make a athletics check, please, as the wind begins ripping the circle open, and people have to use strength to hold on.
A 18 for Nash.
10 for Hope.
I have a
22.
question.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried checking the spell. I didn't see anything about getting knocked unconscious, ending it. And it's not concentration. Does force that continue even if I've been knocked unconscious?
You cast that last week, right?
No, I cast it before the beginning of the battle. It lasts for 8 hours.
No, I mean like last week's episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not a concentration spell, so you just have it for 8 hours.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you said athletics or acrobatics?
This is athletics, strength, an arm thing. You're not in the circle.
Oh,
so
I'm
you
not
don't
in the
roll.
circle, so I won't roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So Hope, you and the goblin, one of the goblins you have your hand held with, slips open, and now everyone's in a semicircle, and the goblin goes, "No! Horde lady, come back!" As he sort of splits out. But everyone else is still holding hands, okay, as the ground rushes up. And White Nash turns to you and says, "Nash! When do we open our parachutes?"
But how far are we up? Like, is there a way to eyeball it?
It's still far, but it's approaching fast as you free fall through the air. I've never been skydiving, so I don't really know how it feels.
It's pretty cool. It doesn't. Your stomach's not up in your throat, if that makes any sense. It feels like you're just in front of a big windy fan.
Cool. That
That's
sounds like
it.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, then I would
Yeah.
tell them, pull cord at about 50 feet. I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh my god.
I have no idea.
How do we know we're at 50 feet?
That
That seems close, doesn't it?
you're probably going to have to eyeball it. I don't know. It is close. I don't know. I'm terrible at this. White Nash. You have any ideas?
Yes. I'm the one talking. Maybe we'll ask Unfortunate Nash. Unfortunate Nash is like, what? He doesn't seem to know. He's kind of lost. His eyes are buggered out.
Hope will point to the elves and kind of mouth, "Watch the elves."
Yeah. And the elves look at each other and they sort of begin. So one of them, they don't want to let go because they're also in the circle. So one of them wraps their leg around one of the goblins, so they're hooked by the legs, and then it frees up a hand, and then goes like 5, and then he goes 4, and he holds it for a while, then 3. Then is there anyone not paying attention to this elf?
No, I'm watching.
2,
Crap.
1.
My hand is on the cord.
Yeah, and then he motions for people to start ripping the cord, and he lets go of people. He lets go. Everyone's got to let go and start ripping cords.
All right.
Yeah, just like that.
All right.
All right, perfect. So let me get an acrobatics or sleight of hand check for everyone, as they've got to or sleight of hand and an athletics check. Give me the results of both, please. Sleight of hand first, athletics second.
6. Not great.
For sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
18.
7.
Sorry.
So 18, 7 for Varel. 18 for Hope. Okay. And Stanley, you got to do this too because you're ripping your cord as well.
Yeah, 24 sleight of hand and 21 athletics.
Okay. Can I get the athletic rolls for
Oh,
the
yeah,
other three,
right.
please?
22 for Hope.
Natural 20 for a 21.
Okay. And Varel.
13.
Okay. So Nash, you go to pull the cord and you miss. Stick your finger in your nose and just get stuck for a quick second, and you start barrel rolling around. Hope, you pull your ripcord without problem, whoosh, and you start parachuting down towards the ground. You're quite close. You'll be in the ground within seconds. Stanley, with grace and ability, you pull it as if you've been doing it for hundreds of years and smoothly move into a gliding paratrooping position. Varel, you as well just like can't seem to find it. You go to pull and then it's not there, and you pull and it's not there, and you pull and it's not, and you're just like a little confused. It's just not quite working out. The ground rushes up faster and faster as the rest of the group floats up. You also have one of the goblins stuck to you as well, and you hear him go, "Now!" So Nash and Varel, you have a second chance to make your rolls.
This is the sleight of hand roll, right?
Yeah, sleight of hand, then athletics, please.
So that nat 20 netted me nothing, I guess, right?
That's right.
Okay.
He netted you a finger in your nose.
Great. All right, here we go.
14 on sleight of hand. 15 on athletics.
Okay.
6 for sleight of hand for me, and athletics will be a 20, not natural.
All right. Well, Varel, you're able to find it finally. You pull it and move up, and you got a goblin stuck to your leg who's just like didn't understand the instructions. Is just hanging there with an unpulled parachute. The rest of the goblins have pulled their parachute, but they're tangled up into one giant mess, having sought each other out and clambered on, but they seem fine anyways. The elves are doing just great. Nash, you continue to plummet through to the earth. And I'm going to roll for your other Nashes too.
Let me guess.
Yeah, they do okay. Well, no, hang on. They don't do okay. White Nash is able to able to pull a chute on the first try, but unfortunate Nash, he's having his own. Oh shit, he's having his own difficulties too. So you and unfortunate Nash are racing towards the earth. You both have a moment where you look at each other, and he goes, "What?" As he's trying to.
At this
find the
point,
point.
Stanley would hit him with Featherfall before they're too far out of range.
Okay. Yeah, well, they would have one more chance or hit Earth.
Oh,
but you're gonna hit them
okay.
with you can hit them with Featherfall. If you don't do it now, they won't have a chance. So.
Yeah, we'll hit him with Featherfall.
Okay, so both you and Nash begin floating.
Wait a minute. Why did I just do that? You can fly,
Oh, yeah.
you dumbass.
No, good point. I don't need to.
Stanley lowers down by you, calling you a dumbass.
No.
No! I'm just yelling. I'm in full panic mode.
Yeah, I'll go, oh, right. And then I'll kick in my ability.
All right, and the ground beneath you, you see like basically rough dirt highway, and it hits this toll booth that's currently unmanned. And then in the dome ahead of you, you see inside what looks to be a suburban city that maybe you've seen in a picture in a legendary ripped up magazine. Something almost like out of a fairy tale or iconic. It's an interesting sight, and a road goes in, and there's a few pickup trucks on the inside, probably where whoever was guarding left them, but then went out for the war. You don't know who they are. But currently there's a toll gate and some trucks parked nearby as everyone hits the ground. And as well as a Jetta, a Honda Jetta. Is it Honda? Whoever makes a
No,
Jetta.
it's Volkswagen.
No.
Yeah.
But maybe in this universe.
Yeah, maybe in this universe, sure. Why not?
I mean, if you want a four-door sedan, there's one available as well. The elves land. The jeweler's already down on the ground, and he spits and he starts walking over the truck and one of the trucks and inspecting it. I think this little B word will do.
It's a crusty fella.
What's that?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I may be a crusty fella, but you got a crusty mouth.
Well, that's hardly an insult.
Does he look like he's gonna drive?
He's inspecting the car. You know the way car people do, where they look at the car and they kind of checking it out. He's kind of looking at it right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of gravitate towards Hope. I want to ride with whatever vehicle she's driving.
All right, Ash, where are we going?
Down.
Well, I don't see a
I don't either.
stairwell here. What kind of direction is that, you dummy?
I don't know either. I don't know. I just know it needs to be down. I told you guys this up there. I don't know the exact hallway or doorway or any of that. I haven't been here in 30 years.
Well, look, I guess that giant lizard guy must have knocked all the sense out of all of you. You're so quiet. We're in the middle of a war. Where the beep are we going? Yes, I was listening to you talk. You said something about a clean place and there's clean people in there. Did they not got a bar? Did they got a store? Like a confectionery play? Like, what do they do for commerce? Commerce is going to be the cleanest mother bleeping place that you're going to find. What kind of commerce they got in there, Nash?
I don't know. Because, again, I hadn't graduated to this place yet. So I don't know. This is where all the...
All right,
yeah.
if you live here and you don't know something, how do you find it? They got a telephone. Wait, you guys don't know what telephones are, right? I mean, we got walkie-talkies. You should know what telephones are.
I've heard of them.
Oh, man, we're going to die.
I told you up top, I don't know much about it down here.
All right, so here's the plan. I'm gonna start taking control. You guys are so quiet and sullen. I don't know what the hell happened. The only one talking any sense is the lizard guy. All right, and the tiefling lady's okay too. But the triplets over here, and the emo elf boy, they're not giving me a lot of confidence here. We need to get in the game, people.
All right.
We're gonna kill some dudes.
All right. Yes. Yes, we are here to kill. We are here to be victorious. All 3 Nashes in the back of the truck.
The unfortunate Nash and White Nash, seeing your ability to command, immediately comply.
All right, Nashes. All 3 of you. Where are we going?
Well, no, that's just it. They don't know, Varel. So here's what you know. What you do when you don't know something. You ask directions. So I say we get in these trucks and we go ask somebody, and if they don't tell us, we'll make them tell us. Cool.
You might
sound
have
like a good mother plan.
You might have to kill him. No, nobody here is going to give you anything willingly.
Well, as long as it feels good when I do it, I don't mind.
All right, where are we at on the map here?
So, like on the overall map, you would just be like at an entranceway on one of the edges. Wouldn't say specifically where. There would be 4. What you would see in the air is there were 4 entrances, like a north, south, east, west. So you're dropped off, let's say, at the south entrance. So the road heads into the town where you can see the skyscraper landscape and a suburban landscape before it. It's not that large, however. It's like a Barbie house version, so don't picture the Matrix or endless sky. It looks kind of like a doll's house version, so 3 or 4 skyscrapers and, a small town's number of buildings. A model area, if you will.
All right, let's find a local.
All right, everyone hops into the trucks, and you take off. As the car engine moves up, it's a stick shift, Hope. So I think that's an enjoyable thing for people that like cars. It's not an automatic. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. In the back of the truck, I'm gonna bend down for all 3 Nashes. One on each side with maybe Nash Prime in the middle. Nashes, we need you to remember. You must recall things. Nash, I've heard you. Middle net, Prime Nash.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
No, Prime.
I'm
Nash.
Prime. Never. Don't listen to him. I'm Prime. Yes.
Nash.
Optimus Prime. He says.
You spoke of the sparkly vampires long ago.
Yes.
Where did they keep these books?
Oh, the library.
There we go. That's a location.
Yeah, but that was apart from this place. Because, what's not part of the dome, it was part of the education stuff. You graduated to this place. So it's not in here. I don't know where it is in relation to here.
Look, you remember we stole that book for Dick Pendleton, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I got a good feeling about this. If we just go this way, all right? We'll just figure out where a book like that. Do you remember what the book was?
No. It was something that didn't interest me at all. That's all I remember.
It was Twilight, right? That's how we know about vampires?
No, we already had those. We read those.
Oh, shit.
I didn't need to steal that.
Was it, what do they call that? The Old Man in the Sea. Did you read that one?
No. Oh, you know what it was? You're close. It was that Moby Dick deal, and I thought it was funny because it had Dick in the name. So that's why I wanted to get it.
We thought it would kind of be like an insult to Dick Pendleton because he's the book's called Moby Dick and he's a dick.
Yeah, he's a kind
His
of a
name's
dick. Yeah, exactly. So that is 100% correct. I would have gone for that because it had the word dick in it, and it made me laugh.
So they should ask about Moby Dick.
Yes.
Where's Moby Dick?
In the library that I don't know where it is.
Well, no, it's the book we stole. Yeah, okay. All right. I think we got this, Pharrell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clearly.
All right, which one is the one talking right now?
White Nash. Unfortunate
Nash,
Nash is he's a little bored. He's been playing with his sleeve.
Okay, does the truck have one of those little tiny windows on the back?
It sure does.
All right, I reach past him, I open the tiny window, and kind of force White Nash's head into the hole. Give directions.
Well, I don't know, but look at that. Pull in that neighborhood over there, and there's like a little off ramp that leads into a suburban neighborhood where the houses kind of look all the same. And so Hope pulls in. Bertrand in the truck behind with the goblins and elves follows in. Bum, 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 bum. And walking by, you see a rather rotund woman. She's pushing a stroller, and she has a purse on, and she's got some little earbuds in, and she turns around to see what the noise is, and she gives you guys a dirty look.
You there! We require directions.
She starts walking faster, pushing the cart.
Your
and looking
speed
back
is
scared.
weak, and we will catch up easily. Stop now.
Help! 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 there are marauders here to get me. Help! Help!
Marauders, we hunger for the library.
Help! And she begins pushing even faster. Super scared. And then some kids like bike by on bicycles, and they kind of look at you as they bike by. And one of them points and looks at it like a lizard guy. That's weird.
Youth, where's the library?
What?
The library.
Library? Lizard people can't read. No, wait. Lizard people are kind of cool though. Yeah, and so the kids kind of just turn around and bike back, and they go. One of them says, "Why do you want to know about the library?"
Because I'm looking for Dick Pendleton.
Kids sort of look at each other and laugh at them. We don't know Dick Pendleton.
Then perhaps his brother Moby.
Look, why don't you just look it up on the internet, guys?
The internet.
Yeah, and
where do I find this internet?
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist outside the solar mines. They built one in here and they think it's everywhere. It's not.
So one of the kids pulls up on his bike and sort of does that thing where they balance the bike between their legs and pulls out this little black box and starts touching on it. He's like, What were you looking for?
The library.
The library. But what are you looking for at the library? Yeah. There's nothing cool at a library. If you're looking for something cool, you need to go to like the game store.
Hey, what about underground?
Oh, we're not allowed to go underground. Billy and I played in the
mean-
sewer once, and Mom got real pissed at us.
Where was the sewer?
Well, there's sewers everywhere. It's what carries our poo.
Sure, but how do you get into it?
Well, that's a weird question, Mitt. We don't know that. Lizard guy, you're cool, but your lady friend's weird. Why is she asking us weird questions like that?
Because she wants to go underground and I want to go to the library. We are confused at the moment. Please, give us a moment here. I'll turn back to Nash.
One of the kids points at the manhole and says, "You can go down there and get all the shit you want."
Nashes.
What?
Why are we looking for the library then?
Because we think it'll help us find a better way inside down below.
Right. Because you snuck in there.
Yeah.
What book are you looking for? I like Naruto. Do you read manga? Or manga?
What is the
No,
meaning of this?
that's
Are
for
we looking
losers.
this?
It's for losers. Don't worry about it. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I agree. Naruto sucks. I like One Punch.
One Punch is kind
Or
of
One Piece, I mean. Or
One-
whatever it's called. I don't know.
No, One Punch is the superior one. We're good.
Are these all located at the library?
No, man, you gotta buy them at the bookstore. Like, we got chapters, and we got, there's an Indigo, and sometimes you can get the Scholastic edition of young adult stuff at Walmart. But the prices are better. The parents always go there. But bookstore's better
I knew
usually.
there was a
For real?
Walmart in the solar mines. I damn well knew it. I've said it for years.
Varel, we have to get underground.
I will force my head through the truck hole, kind of climbing between the Nashes. These Nashes are convinced that there is a convenient hole located in this place called the library.
Well,
Okay.
It was 30 years ago. I don't know if it's still here, what the deal is.
Children, we are not cool like you. We still request this library.
well, why don't you come over? We have a treehouse. We can show you our treehouse. Yeah, we built it with extra leftover wood our dad used for his camp. But it's really cool. We've got a little library in there with our manga in it. Do you have to hang out with those friends, or are you allowed to hang out with other friends? Are they your parents?
We should find other.
Are you a
Jewish
pet?
parents.
Do they own you? Can you come play with us? We'll tell you where to find the book.
Please advance the vehicle, Hope.
Do you want to ride in the back of the truck and then you can tell us?
The kids kind of look at each other.
You picking up kids. Shady business.
Yeah.
We gotta go now.
Be gone
It was-
then.
It was nice meeting you, Lizard Man. We're gonna tell our parents about you. It was awesome. The kids start biking down the lane, and the woman, like, you see the woman, she's sort of on her phone, talking agitatedly down at the end of the road. Was pushing the stroller.
Woman!
She looks back at you and starts pushing and running, crossing the street.
Woman, the library!
As you yell for the library, you hear, excuse me?
Yes?
What are you doing making such a big ruckus in my neighborhood? And there's sort of a man with flip-flops, like Crocs on, and like pinstripe shorts and a polo shirt. And like next to, he's got this, like, he's been washing his car, so you see all these suds rolling down the side of the road. He's been washing his car, and he's got, the nice house, little picket fence, and you're making all this kind of noise in my neighborhood. What the hell are you looking for? So you can get the hell out of here and I can enjoy my Sunday afternoon.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
I'm looking
Stanley's
for the
gonna
library.
Throw open the door. Hold on, Varel.
I have a
He's
great
gonna
need
go-
for Dick. And his
Varel,
milk.
hold on. Stanley goes walking over to you say he's an older man, right?
Yeah. He's wearing
I'm
socks. and
sorry,
Crocs.
sir. We are making a bit of a commotion. We're very new here. We're looking for the library, and you seem like you may have been around a time or two. We would be ever so grateful and quick to leave if you would be so kind as to point us in the direction, and we might be able to save a little time for you. And he casts prestidigitation on the car to instantly finish the clean for the gentleman.
Oh, you're one of the magic men I heard about.
I sure am.
Yeah, that's what Mayor Randolph said. That's why he didn't get elected. He said the magic men were manipulating the votes. Just because we're telling the truth. That's right! Listen, I don't go to no library because they peddle lies. But I tell you, I get my books about Mayor Randolph and about the left-wing agenda at the Walmarts down the road. If you want to find yourself a good book, go to the Walmarts. They got good price. Now you get out of here, you see? I gotta clean my car for me, but I got gardening to do.
Well, we will in just a moment. Now, we're looking to get underground. We heard there was a method of getting down beneath the city in the library. Is that not true?
I mean, that's where the goddamn shit gets put. If you want to swim in some shit, you can get there right down there. He points to the
I'm
sewer.
not
There's
talking
a sewer
about-
line right there. Go ahead, boy, and get yourself
I'm not
down there and
talking
get some
about
shit.
the sewer. Excuse me. I'm talking about, deeper.
You mean like a secret bunker?
Yes.
They don't tell us folks nothing about no secret bunker.
Oh, but an informed gentleman like you that knows all the secrets and wheelings and dealings that the government's keeping from you surely has to know something.
They don't tell us anything. That's how they keep us down. They want to keep the sheep here cleaning their cars and living their normal life while they do all their business out in the desert. But I know that they're shooting radio waves in here, farming our brain cells to make a big hive mind. And when it's done, they're going to kill us all. And then use our bodies to surf the cosmos. You want to find out more about that, you head on down to the Walmart, all right?
Stanley goes back to the car. I guess we're going to the Walmart.
Which way?
Just down there, get on the parkway, make a left, you'll be in the mall, strip mall down there.
All right. And Hope starts driving.
All right. Good luck to you. Remember, They're always lying! And you guys take off down the truck, get onto the Parkway Hope, you follow the instructions. You see there's not much traffic on there. You sort of notice as you start driving, there's actually been an automated message playing, and it says, "Citizens of the city, please get in your home. There is nothing to worry about. All will be safe, but please remain at home." There's a sort of voice carrying out over the city, but you're not paying too much attention to it because you didn't drive too far in the city. You're in the suburbs, man. You make a right into this sort of lane, and you see a Walmart. You know, big blue sign in front of a gray brick building, and the letters Walmart emblazoned upon the background. There's no cars in the parking lot. The place looks closed. And White Nash speaks up, and he says, "Could this be the place we got the book? It looks pretty clean."
This probably is it. I don't know. I mean, I don't remember it looking like this, but maybe things have changed in 30 years. It's entirely possible this is it.
All right, the jeweler pulls up beside you as you guys park in the parking lot and take in your first ever sighting of whatever this place is. Looks kind of like a library.
All right. Get out. Let's go.
All right, the goblins clamber out and they run like children to the door and immediately begin pressing their face into the darkened windows looking in. "How we get inside?" They start sort of tapping. "What this? Clear walls."
Can you break it?
And they begin punching the wall. Boom, 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 boom. It makes this echoey noise as they all start punching the wall.
Nashes,
Not breaking!
Ashes, we need you to remember. Where are we going?
Well, if we're trying to get in, jeez. Are there any windows or anything?
Well, what you see is like there's these glass panes, right?
Yeah.
Now, you know that these are sliding doors, but the doors are not opening, so there's just this wall of glass panes, and there's this area where shopping carts are,
Okay.
and some signs, and you see the, brick wall. But it's not completely windowed, it's mostly has brick wall. And there's a picture of a lovely man with a big smile holding up windshield washer, going like 2-for-1 deal on windshield washer.
Are there other shoppers and people milling around?
No, the place is closed. The parking lot's empty.
Okay.
Varel, can you pull the doors?
I'll nod, jump down, head over to the doors.
Okay, you head over to the doors, and they don't really look like doors, but you kind of see the key latch where something's locked. It looks like a key latch that you'd find in a vehicle. You've seen this before.
All right. I will attempt to pull the doors apart.
Okay, let's make a strength check, please.
21.
Let me refer to my chart here. 21 is hard. You're able to bend the door, the metal, as it's you sort of bend and make a little sliver, and you bend the lock, but it doesn't unhinge as it's locked at the top, bottom, and in the middle. But you're able to bend it, but you need a little more force.
Everyone stand back. Let me try something. And
All
Stanley's going to cast Shatter on the door. The area around the door.
Oh. Epic.
So, a creature, well, that's creature, but a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage if it's in the spell's area. So I imagine no saving throw for it. It's just 3d8 thunder damage.
So you cast Shatter in the area, and it goes. Everyone stands back, and it goes, and explodes into a giant pile of glass everywhere. And you hear a little alarm on the inside go, rear, 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 rear. And you look around to see if anyone's approaching, but it's all quiet. Then overhead, you can't hear any of the sound, but through the dome, you see overhead a few Elhendari ships fly by. The war's going on outside, but in this bubble place, it's as if there's nothing happening in the Valley of the Solar Mines.
All right, well, let's proceed. Stanley will go walking through the newly made hole.
Is there a megaphone or a source of the sound?
It seems to be coming from the ceiling, but you can't see exactly where. It's sort of emanating all throughout. But then as Stanley steps through, it stops on its own.
It's like the opposite of a Stanley detector. You know?
The building now contains Stanley.
Yep.
This alarm will only sound if Stanley is not contained within this building.
Yeah.
So you look at the view, and it's darkened in here. There's dim lights, emergency lighting on. You see an area called ladies, and there's like clothing, and then there's like this area of cashiers. It looks like a Walmart that you know from the real world. Sorry, I just have to open a reference document here. Opening up Walmart specials.
Open the Walmart reference.
But you look up sort of to the left, there's like a cosmetics and health aisle. To the right, there's checkouts. Just in front of you, there seems to be an aisle labeled seasonal, celebrate. There's a bath and bedding. Over to the left, there's signs indicating toys. And to the right, there's a large area with boys, men, ladies, children clothing. And towards the back, you see like electronics and things of that nature. It's eerily quiet in here. And your passive perception, Valir, as you look around, so your passive perception is 23. As you look around, and it's eerily quiet, but your perception swears it can hear movement and breathing. This place is not empty. And you sense an effort to remain still.
Stanley will look back, lean back, wait for Varel, and sort of whisper, "We are not alone in here. And whatever else is in here is intentionally trying to stay quiet."
We're being hunted. Nashes?
Which one?
That's why it was plural.
I guess as White Nash, I'm still the leader. Prime Nash. It's a little weird because you're called Prime Nash, which sounds like you're the leader, but you said I was the leader.
Well,
Do I speak for the Primes, or do you do?
Well, I think we both can speak when we see something that maybe helps the team, but here's what I was just going to say. I'm scanning this place, and I don't see any, like even the books area. I don't see anything that's got what we need in here.
But if this was the place, you remember we snuck up through a vent, right? Like some small little crack. Maybe we just find that and go down.
Okay, so here's what we should do. Can you light things on, make light, or what's your deal? 'Cause how dark is it in here? Is it super dark?
Yeah, it's pretty dark except for some emergency lighting that you can see sort of towards the back and sides of the room.
I'm going to pull out 2 vegetable peelings and cast light on them and hand one to him. And I'm going to turn around.
I got
and
the
say,
light spell too. I can do that. And he takes out his own. It's a fruit peeling. It's an orange peel.
Yeah, like an orange peel.
I like orange peels myself.
So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna look around to Stanley and everybody and say, we're gonna split up and walk around and see if we can find this crack or this hole or this entrance. If anyone wants to split up and go with us, great. If not, keep guard here. I don't know what Stanley thinks is in here, but we'll be okay.
I think splitting up is a terrible idea, and I'm not surprised that the three of you came up with it.
Well, what's your answer then? Just go all together?
Stanley takes the guitar off of his back, grabs the megaphone, and through it says, "Attention, hiders within the Walmart. We have breached the city, we have breached this Walmart, and now we are going to move forward unobstructed. If you stand in our way, we will end you. This is the first and only warning. Make yourselves known and exit, or be destroyed." And he puts the thing down and waits and starts counting, lightly strumming the guitar.
All right, I need a intimidation roll from you, please.
It's going to be a 30.
All right, as soon as you put the down, you hear a "Ah! Idiots! You're all idiots! They heard you!" And then wheeling out comes a half-man, half-tank human. So his torso is attached to a tank on the bottom. And at the end of the aisle in the Walmart, wheeling out, a man with a mask on his face comes wheeling out. And he's like, "All right, I guess we'll just do this without the element of surprise." And then as this man sort of approaches down the hallway looking at you, not the hallway, but the aisle, the front aisle of the Walmart, Toyota host men begin moving from behind the aisles and showing themselves with large axes and pipes and curling irons. And they're moving out. And then 4 Kuromukishi jump up onto shelving as they jump up on top. And you hear the masked tank man go, "Nash Magard, I have waited a long time for this. Show yourself!" And I'm going to show the battle map we have of the Walmart here. I already showed it, actually. Oops, I spoiled it. Here it is, so you guys can kind of see it now. I didn't mean to actually do that, but...
Yeah, we all just pretended we didn't see it.
Oh, my bad, guys. I meant to just see it myself, but I switched. Okay, well, that ruins the surprise. There is a Walmart battle map. Let's take a little break here as this masked tank man moves forward, calling out Nash's name.
Oof. All right. Well,
We'll
we'll be back then, everybody. Don't go too far because things are about to get real weird inside of America's most popular retail establishment. So come back shortly, won't you? All right. We'll take a break. Hold on here. There we go. Okay. See you all soon. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Oh, Bo's back. Woo! Oh, he's muted.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello there. Well,
I can't
You're
believe
doing
we're in a
well.
Walmart. This is insane.
yeah, we're in a Walmart. I really ruined my reveal, though. I was going to be like, aha, Walmart battle map.
Yep. You still did a good job of like.
It's an actual floor plan of a Walmart.
Oh, was it?
I Googled it. I'm like, okay, I'll use this.
Do they have books there? I can't see anything with books.
They do have I know they have books. I've seen the bookshelf there.
But maybe Walmart, maybe their reputation precedes them. Maybe people that go to Walmart are dumb and don't read. I don't know. I go to Walmart.
Yeah, it's not a very big thing, and you would have only seen it like very like briefly, right?
Yeah.
As you were, as we expounded upon the lore, you ran up, stole something, and ran back down to prove Dick Pemberton you weren't a wuss.
Wait, Pendleton or Pemberton?
Pendleton.
Pendleton.
I made it up today. I didn't actually
I love that name.
plan that name.
No, it's perfect. Please tell me
Pet
this
Pendleton.
is Dick we're fighting. We don't know yet, do we?
Well, we'll find out when we start playing.
All right.
Who else do we have? We have two Elhandari elves with us. So let me grab two of those boys. Drop them in here. I wasn't sure who was going to be present.
Make sure
I got the goblins. Oh, man, this is Stanley's worst nightmare. Or John's. I'm not sure if it's the characters or John's.
Yeah.
I want to play a high fantasy game. We are in a Walmart. All right.
Everyone's favorite high fantasy location, Walmart. Whatever, it fits our weird world. I love it.
Oh yeah, we'll get back. Assuming you survive, we'll get back to the.
Yeah, I mean one has to survive to do that, but yeah.
That's right. All right. Unfortunate Nash and White Nash. All right. Feel free to move around your characters where you think they'd be standing. I know Stanley went ahead first to look at things.
I would be. I'd probably be there.
Okay. Yeah, you can move your guys though if you need to, wherever they might start for this.
It's just like the pre-fight.
Do you
Character
have
placement?
anything vaguely royalty free but whimsical? Because maybe we knock a record player over and it starts playing like Nutcracker or something.
Oh, yeah, let's see here.
From Kevin MacLeod.
I have things. About this. Too highfalutin.
Yeah, don't start it yet, but maybe we'll knock a record player over or something like that.
All right, I'll have that at the handy. I love it. Where's the shitter? Oh, there it is, up top.
There's the shitter.
Yep.
Yeah, and the stock room would be towards the back. It's not pictured on the floor plan. But,
Right.
stock room might be a good place to think about looking.
I like the adult beverage section. That's cool.
Yeah, you've got the ladies, menswear, jewelry, the jewelry tables. You got the food over on the right, deli, fresh produce, bakery.
Yeah.
You got your cleaning supplies, paper. For me, my path in a Walmart would be toys, then electronics.
Yeah, that's where I would beeline to electronics.
And then out.
Yeah.
And then I'm out.
Yep. That is 100% correct.
And I may stop by for as little time as possible for clothing.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Get a free, like a real cheap T-shirt or something, and then get out.
Yep. Yeah, the T-shirt square.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the T-shirt square, collect T-shirts.
Yeah.
Attention, Walmart shoppers.
I love that this is an actual layout, though, of a real Walmart.
Yeah, it's an actual Walmart layout. It's legit. That's where I got the battle map from. That's why it doesn't really line up one-to-one, but I'm like, whatever, who cares? It'll be fine.
Is this like a return desk area down at the bottom in the most southernmost part, right next to above exits? all that right there? Is that like returns and okay?
Yeah, you get your returns and stuff there. Yeah,
that's pretty funny. All right, well, I think everyone's back.
all right.
Everybody put something in their mouth. That's good. I like this. Myself included. All right.
Great.
Here we go. Whoops. Shit. Hold on. Okay, there we go. All right, we are recording. Whoops, recording. Are we? Why is it not? Okay, it is now. We're back to it. Okay, hey, everybody. Welcome back from your break. It's time to kick it back off. Last we spoke, we were in a Walmart. Bo, take it away.
Yes, and so at the end of the aisle facing down Stanley is a half tank, half man with a mask on his face yelling, "Nash, get out here!"
Who's asking? I would say.
What, you don't recognize your old friend?
It's been a long time. Which old friend?
That it has. And he rolls down the aisle. Show yourself, Nash! As his Toyota hosts stand there, waiting for his command to act, not doing anything, allowing the dialogue to continue. Show yourself, Nash! Nashy poopy pants with a goblin nose.
I would scooch up in front of, right by Stanley there and just kind of say,
caught him sleeping in the aisles.
Is that you, Pendleton?
Well, he stops. He takes his hand up to his mask and unstraps it, pulls it from his face, and you see a gnarly old man, teeth crooked. There you are, Nash. I thought you wouldn't remember me, you little wuss.
Oh, it is Pendleton, I'll say kind of quietly. You don't look the same. Been rough a couple decades on you there? What happened? You look good on a tank. That's nice.
You're one to talk, Dickless Dan. Oh, I know about your little peewee there.
Oh, save your breath. It's not embarrassing at all. It's just, part of the deal.
I've been waiting a long time for this, Nash.
Yeah, well, what do you mean this? What are we doing? We're just here, browsing, shopping. What do you need?
After all these years, all your complaining, all your disobedience, and yet when they were giving out M&Ms, you would get 2, and I would get 1.
Hope's eyes will go wide. Wow. She has no idea what M&M is.
It's not fair. Some of us tried to be good, tried to get notice. And little wussy Nash, complaining about the movies, complaining about the education.
Well,
always treated special.
Okay, but I'm walking around on my feet and you have a tank body, so one of us... I don't even know if that's cooler or worse.
Even after you ran away, all your daddy could say was, "Where's Nash? Is Nash okay? Gotta protect Nash. Nash, 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 Nash." Some of us worked hard to work our way up. Look at me now. And he twirls around on his tank body. They don't call me Dick Pendleton anymore, Nash. They call me General Motors! And the rest of the Toyotas go, yeah! Yeah!
General Motors.
That's an inspiration right there.
Yeah, that's a good name.
I am the leader of the Toyota Hordes. And you're still a whiny old teenager. Look at all the trouble you've caused us. Ruining everything. I'll bring your head to your daddy and show him how pathetic you are, and he will make me his new son.
Actually, If you brought him the head, he probably wouldn't be very happy with you. You'd want to bring Nash alive.
Who is this sissy girl with you? Tell her to be quiet when the men are talking.
You have no idea who you're messing with. She's not the type you tell to be quiet.
I tell whoever I want to be quiet.
Do you still go by Dick, or can I call you Tanker McTankerson? What's your name now?
You can call me Daddy.
Ew. Well, I'm not calling you that.
I'm confused.
I'm gonna be your new daddy in your final moments. Men! Give no quarter. Bring him to me. And he points, and then you hear like a whistle out of one of his engines go, woo! Woo! As steam billows up into the Walmart. And you hear, ah! And they smash their hubcaps in with their curling irons, and just like, ah! And they begin rushing down your positions. Roll for initiative, unless anything. Yeah. Let's get them initiative. Roll.
20, not natural. That doesn't matter on initiative. I guess I just wanted to say it.
Yeah.
Well, it's still fun.
7.
Still fun when you hit a 20.
I did a natural 7. So, there you go.
Natural 7 for you.
Pretty good stuff.
18.
18 for Hope.
16 for Varel.
16 for Varel. Okay. All right, I'm rolling for the gobbies. Let's okay, I'm gonna do that one. So goblins are just after Nash. And for the El Hendari. Okay. And that is Bertrand. All right, Stanley, you're up first.
All right. Seeing us all surrounded here, already armed with the guitar, Stanley's just gonna go, well, I did give you a chance. Kaboom. And we're gonna do Destructive Wave
All right, how
to
far out does it go?
everybody within 30 feet of me.
All right,
Any
and
enemy within 30 feet of me. I guess I
any
should
enemy
clarify.
within 30 feet. Okay, so is it a save for half? Please remind me.
Yes, it is a save. Hold on, let me find it. Where it be? There it is. Constitution 20 save.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Nope, that's a fail. Although I rolled decently, but okay. I'm rolling for the thing. So how much damage is it? I guess you roll your damage and tell me.
Okay, so it's going to be 15 thunder damage. It's going to be 20 necrotic damage. And everyone who failed is knocked prone.
Okay,
So a
that's
total of 35 damage and knocked prone to anybody within 30 feet.
so. All right, I need a grid. There's a lot of enemies in this map as like a horde. I guess for our listeners, there's about 100 Toyota hosts.
Oh,
in
there's
here
tons
on
of
the
them.
battle map.
Yeah.
So everyone behind me, save for these people over here, like this is the line here,
Mhm.
and then
Let me just. I'm getting the.
this is the line here.
So yeah, it's everything. Like it centers 30 feet out from you, right?
Yeah,
So.
but
30
like, well, no, it's within 30 feet, so it even goes up to these guys here. Like this line should be getting it as well.
that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. And 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that is a square. I do have a square outline so I can see. Okay, it does how much damage, sorry?
It's going to be 35 damage
Okay.
and knocked prone if they survive.
All right. Just deleting tokens. Give me a second. We're up to like 11. The next 5 minutes are me just deleting tokens.
That's a lot.
Um,
Not sure how to get around that.
Okay, so you pulverize about 40 human beings with one destructive wave as all the shelving of the health and wellness center and the kitchen and dining and bath go like pans and pots, Tassimo and Keurig coffee makers just go like flying as like the Toyota host men that were just like running up to like it's just as they're about to hit you with some sort of sledgehammer just dissolve into thunderous flesh viscera as this huge explosion of blows them all up. And it knocks some stuff down over in the bath section and in the seasonal section. And as you know, it's the season of summer, and a musical box falls onto the ground and begins playing some weird music in the background. Scott, if you want to cue up the music, you can.
Oh, yeah.
Hope. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
So, in lieu of any other action, Stanley's just going to continue to say, "There's still an opportunity to change sides. This was round 1, and that's it."
Okay, perfect. Hope you're up next.
Okay, knowing that the area damage is a bit more effective when it comes to groups like this, Hope is going to move to the right of Stanley, next to an elf and a goblin. So let me move her.
Okay. All right, so you jump over some checkouts.
Yep, and she'll ready an action, so if any bad guy gets into her area, she will attack them. But otherwise, she's gonna tell the elves to focus their grenades on the tank man.
Oh, okay.
On the dick.
Okay. So you command, you say like throw empathy grenades at the tank man. Got it. Pharrell, you're up next. You're in the center of an explosion that Stanley caused.
All right. Where is unfortunate Nash and White Nash in the?
They're sort of behind you in the entrance, just sort of walking in along with the jeweler.
Down low.
Just casually kind of strolling in.
Are they part of the initiative, or do they look like they haven't engaged yet?
They have initiative rolls, but they'll be behind you.
Okay, cool. All right, well, I will take off running. I'm going to run down my 40 feet there to the checkout area. And then I will jump over the wall and engage these 3.
Okay. All right, so you jump over checkouts, like you're leapfrogging over all these checkouts, and you move and you find 3 of them that are also hiding behind some of the checkout aisles, and you go ah.
And I will enter my rage and hit them with a flame burst.
Perfect. How much damage is the flame burst?
Let me see if it went up via the level up. 5 damage. 5 fire damage.
Okay, you just go wah, let the flame out, and the flame burns their skin, and they go ah, and they're on fire, and they drop to the ground, flamed out.
All right, perfect. Well, with the bonus action taking care of them, I will continue my run. Back into the heart of the men's section.
Okay. So you run through, knocking clothes all over the place, and then run through to the men's section of the Walmart. Perfect. All right. The elves are up next. They both take, as instructed, empathy grenades and fire them off in an area towards General Motors.
My favorite thing you've ever said.
Okay. The empathy grenades go off. The Toyota host and General Motors in the area, in the vicinity of it, fail their saving throws. And they all just kind of stand there. General Motors kind of spins around a bit in shock. They don't say anything immediately. The elves, they would have moved up a little bit and thrown their grenades. So this Elhendar elf moves into seasonal. This one moves into bath. and into the bath aisles of the Walmart and roll the grenades down. And the Toyota hosts of this area are now filled with empathy. All right, it's now General Motors' turn. He's going to make a saving throw against the empathy. He fails it. And he sort of looks towards you, Nash, and he starts wheeling very slowly. And he looks to you and he says, Do you feel this hurt too?
Says that to me?
Yeah.
Do you feel this hurt? What do you mean?
I mean, we're victims. You're a victim of this place, and I'm a victim of this place. I've just been fighting, trying to get better scraps than the next man, and don't care whoever I roll over with my tank treads. No matter how many I kill and how many people I put in the dirt, I was that same man. And maybe you were too.
Well, I clearly hated this place because I got out of here. You know what I mean? I don't know why you hung around.
I hated you, Nash. You always got more M&Ms than I did. That's why I always put you down. That's why I made you go get that book. Remember a long time ago? I always would say you were stupid, had a fat nose, and your skin was flaky. Like called you a pizza face when you had acne.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I remember.
I did a lot of bad things to you, but it's not unlike the bad things that were done to me. What do you call this feeling I have? I'm so weak right now. And he begins crying. He says, he begins crying before you.
Do I think that's real, or is he dorking with me?
He got hit with an empathy grenade, so I mean, it's what you saw that happen.
And I know what that spell is, so I would know this is happening to him.
I don't know if you've seen an empathy grenade go off yourself, but he's approaching you with great empathy now. All right, that's his turn. You can continue this conversation on your turn if you wish, or you can just fireball him as you see fit. The Kuromo Kishi atop the thing, the one with the katana, jumps down and goes, Men, knights, Kishi, they have been compromised. We need to take care of this. You report back to the principal. All right, and the one with the katanas jumps down. He walks slowly behind General Motors. This one here, Sir Pole Piston, disappears behind some of the aisles, and you lose track of where he is. Sir Pigsticks runs back into the stockroom, disappears from sight. As does Sir Boltrath. Nash, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, now I had plans, but now he feels bad. Okay. Oh, man. Seriously, I had a big, gnarly plan, and I don't care about Dick Pendleton at all, so I was going to do a thing, but now I think...
You can still do it if you
I
want.
know, but...
You don't have to. Like, what is Nash?
That's what I'm struggling with here. What would Nash
Where's
do?
Nash's moral compass on this one?
I mean, I've killed strangers by putting them to sleep for less.
This is Dick Pendleton. You have a history.
Yeah. It's also a lot closer than I was hoping he'd be by now.
And remember, we're near the checkout, so there might be some M&Ms.
Oh, shit. Should I give him some M&Ms just to see if I can like milk? Okay, can I get
That
some?
sounds
You
awesome,
can kill
man.
him if he doesn't turn, you know?
I guess I could read this, but John, what's the duration of this thing? How long does that grenade work?
The grenade?
Yeah, that made him, this effect of him being all empathetic.
I don't know. I have 7 empathy grenades. Let me see what it says. For
Says
1 minute.
1 minute? Okay, so he's going to come out of this soon enough.
Well, that's a long time in combat terms.
No, I know.
Yeah, isn't it 10 rounds?
All right, you know what? Nash is going to go with his gut here. I'm going to cast... You don't want to do it high level like that. Hold on a second. Let's do it at 3. I am going to cast Fireball, and I'm going to center it where he was. So in between all his dudes. Here, I'll click on the map right there. See that? I'm going to do it right there. The goal is get as many of them in that circle as possible and catch him in it on the periphery.
To fireball?
Yeah.
Okay. What level is the fireball?
Level 4.
Okay. So you get a bit of extra damage dice, right?
Yeah,
on
I get a
level
little more
4?
damage is all. It's the same radius as...
Okay. And what's the radius again? Sorry, it's
The
30,
radius
right? Or
is...
40?
Oh, sorry.
40.
I think it's
40?
20?
Hold on.
20 for
20-foot radius, that is correct. Oh, it's a little smaller than I thought. So pull it toward him so that he's
Well, no,
caught.
it's 20 from the center when you say radius, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you pull the center, my aim center down, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to
Okay.
do, right there.
Let me just double check fireball here. I want to make sure I get it right. Fireball. 20-foot. Yeah.
We're going to burn down a Walmart, I think.
So yeah, it is 20 foot. So it's a 4x4 square. No, is that not right?
No, that...
Seems
Wait.
small. That
No,
can't be
that's too
right.
small.
Yeah, it's 20 foot all sides, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It's 8 by 8.
Yeah, it's got to be
sounds
that.
right. 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, perfect. So you want to blow up that many dudes?
Yep. If you have to do
All right.
deck 17
Yeah, I got
saving throws.
deck
and-
17.
Yeah, you get
Okay.
half damage if you save.
Ooh, a 1.
Yeah!
Another 1.
What?
All right, you're getting the full blunt of damage for the Kuromo Kishi Toyota. So, as you cast Fireball, the Toyota host have put down their sledgehammers and curling irons, and they're hugging each other and sharing feelings. And the only one that's sort of with it is that orc, that samurai orc, walking down behind General Motors carefully, and before you is a half tank, half man guy with like a drill arm and a regular hand and a mask half off, crying and bearing his soul to you, and you lug a fireball over top of him. It's and blow up all these people sharing their feelings. Roll the damage, please.
All right, here you go. Incoming damage.
That's 10d8 or for
90,
that level?
96 at that level.
96, okay.
Yeah, 4th level.
It's 8d6,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
Right.
That will be 22 points of fire damage.
Okay. You cast the fireball and it kills 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. It immediately kills an untold amount of dudes.
There they go.
12,
Fun watching them
15, 18. You kill 31 people with that fireball. The Toyota host savages as you lug it in. You blow up crafts, home, bedding, and the celebrate section of Walmart as fire emerges everywhere. The Kuromo Kishi in there also just charred, and then on towards his back, fire hitting the backside of General Motors. He's like silhouetted in fire before you as he's crying, like some sort of religious picture almost, hands out, fire blowing up behind him, going, "Nash, I'm sorry."
Feel a little bad, but not that bad.
All right. What else would you like to do?
I'm gonna move a little. I'm gonna go here. Just to spread it out a little. We're not all wadded up there. That's
All right,
my
so
turn.
you walk carefully away from General Motors as he approaches you.
Set him on fire and walk away.
That's right.
Poor man,
All right.
pouring his heart out to you.
All right. Following Varel's lead, if that's your turn. Following Varel's lead, the goblins make their way through the aisles into the clothing section and begin going guerrilla combat on various Toyota host in there. So you see all kinds of fighting now. There's just a war between goblins and Toyota host madmen.
Like the Velociraptors, but in the clothes.
All right. 3 of the dudes that the goblins take out, like they slide in there with their little knives and flint weapons, and you just see Toyota host people slide under the clothes and as things get knocked over, and you just see goblin hands like stabbing down on Toyota host members. Now it's time for the hordes to move, and as this all gets blown up, the hordes are unabashedly moving forward. So these guys can move fast enough, Nash, that as you walk away, a mob of unaffected ones move into your direction. Now those guys won't attack, but they'll now all make their way down the aisles.
Okay.
As they move closer, and they're battle yelling. They're like, ah! As they run closer. And they will engage, move down. So some of those guys can't move down fast enough, but you walk away, but you walk away in an unusual direction, right? You walk down health and wellness. And as you walk down health and wellness, a whole bunch of Toyota host warriors that weren't affected by the grenades come around the corner, and they have a lot of stuff from the sporting and hunting equipment, like knives and axes, and they like start chopping at you. All right, there's one hit because it's like, this is a 21. The other ones were like sub 5, so I know it's not a hit. And one of them comes out with the butt of a gun, smacks you in the face. You take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof. Okay.
And did anyone use their rest in a can, or are you all still rocking 22 hit points?
I didn't use it before.
No, you said
now.
we could do a short rest, so
Yes.
I did hit dice.
Oh, that's what okay, yeah, but you didn't use your can business.
No.
Okay, perfect. All right, yeah, you get hit in the face with the butt of a gun, and the rest of the combat, these guys sort of move over. We're going to do some attacks on the goblins as well as on Varel. So let me just... All right, you hear the scream of one of the goblins, Varel, as it goes, ah! As a goblin falls down between the clothes. This one here gets attacked as well. It's swarmed. That doesn't pan out. Here gets cracked back. All right, that goblin goes down. The goblins are going down. Yeah, 3 of the goblins go down behind you as they do guerrilla tactics, but they're outnumbered by the Toyota host amongst the clothing sections. They also move forward to you, Varel, and 3 of them will make attacks upon your person. That would be 15. That's not a hit. 23, a hit for one of them, I think, and a miss for the third one. And so one of them hits you with a pipe. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool. DC 17 dex for my fire burst reaction.
A 1. Wow, I rolled a lot of 1s today. It's a fail.
7 points of fire
unlucky
damage.
dunce. All right. So he hits you, and then you flame burst him as a reaction, and he burns up into cinders. He's just on fire, and now he's a pile of ash behind you. More Toyota hosts move into the clothing section, all through the baby clothes. They sneak through little onesies for the kids. And Toyota hosts move out of the groceries and start like beelining in your direction, Varel. This will bring us to Bertrand, the jeweler. The jeweler's sort of standing in the doorway, nonplussed by all this. And he goes, "For F's sakes," he says. And he turns around, he pulls out a gun, and he holds it up to White Nash's temple and pulls a trigger.
No!
and point blank shoots White Nash in the head.
Jeez.
White Nash immediately takes the bullet to the head, falls to the ground. And Bertrand looks around. He's like, I'm so effing sick of these damn Nashes. And he walks over to unfortunate Nash, who's just sort of turned around, puts the gun towards his head, and right between the eyes pulls the trigger, but the gun jams. Click. And unfortunate Nash kind of looks at him and starts to get angry. That's Bertrand, the jeweler's turn. It's now unfortunate Nash's turn.
That is
And unfortunate Nash begins casting a spell. This betrayer tried to betray us and made us sore. He'll regret that I brought the meteor! And he raised his hands up. And then outside you can see the sky starting to get dim again. Wow. And you hear through the sky as we're about to crash some meteors into the Walmart.
John shook his head in the best way possible. I love it.
Ever so minuscule.
Yeah.
Knew we shouldn't have brought that guy. Broody Stanley got to go get on the ship. Couldn't
Yeah.
tell you not to bring shitty Nash.
Yep.
All right, so let me just I need to get the area of the meteor here. 40-foot radius sphere. All right, so
Lord.
I'm going to roll some dice. We're going to figure out where these things hit for 40 feet. 1, 2, so it's 8 by 8, right? Same as a fireball.
Yeah, same,
2, 3,
I
4.
think.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one of them is definitely going to hit Bertrand, right?
Send
And then one of them.
Al Swearingen back to where he came from.
All right, one of them's going to hit in this top corner up here. All right. One of them's going to... let me see. I'm going to give a number, and we're going to see where it's centered on in this section. Okay, centered on the girls section. Varel, you will be safe from this. And I'm going to roll 2 dice for coordinates again and see where the third one lands. Okay, in that general area, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it's on Celebrate. Okay, as Unfortunate calls down 4 meteors, they hit the ceiling and break the ceiling of the Walmart. The first one strikes right in the spot where Bertrand is, as well as Unfortunate Nash. Now, it is 20d6, so give me a second here. Yeah, I'm going to do a mini dice at once kind of thing so I can minimize on the rolls. You guys hear that delicious sound of dice going?
That's great.
All right.
ASMR.
Yeah, it is a kind of ASMR.
Yeah.
All right, first 5 is 14. 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, okay. 12, 18, 19. That's a big one. 15, 20. So 39, or 50. Okay, it's going to be 64 points of damage per meteor. And it's going to require saving throws. So let's get the saving throws out of the way. Dexterity for Bertrand. 2. Dexterity for Nash. Oh, Nash can careful spell it. So it's all internal to the DM anyway. So it
This
doesn't matter.
Nash knows how to use his sorcery points.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's
Wild.
one up on me. That's fortunate, Nash. Yeah.
It's the most unrealistic thing he's done.
All right. General Motor saves and takes half the damage. Yeah. Suspension of disbelief gone.
Yeah.
God.
Yep.
So he careful spells himself and saves, so he only takes 32 points of damage, although it's quite a lot. Bertrand takes the full 64 and dies on the spot as the meteor just hits right down in that area. It also... Oh, Stanley, you got to roll. You're in the vicinity.
Oh, am I? Okay.
Yeah. I
What
need a
was it?
dexterity.
Sorry, I thought I was outside of it.
Yeah, no, you're sort of in there. Dexterity, or you in there? Sorry, not sort of. Dexterity save, please.
29.
Okay, so you save, so you only take 32. All right. All right, perfect. So as 4 meteors hit the top of the Walmart, the Walmart erupts into an explosive shower of fireworks, and we return to Stanley as a meteor just grazes your backside, causing you to falter for a second, but you pull yourself back up.
Stanley would be pretty mad at unfortunate Nash about this.
Stanley's like
But
a kettle
would
at
I-
5,000 Kelvin at this point.
But would I kill him for it is the question.
Right, there's now a meteor crater behind you. I should have marked where the meteor craters are. Oh well.
Alright, you know what? He probably would assume he killed himself. Alright, well, let's keep it simple for this round so far. We'll just do an Eldritch Blast. We will blast 1 beam into this fellow here. Go ahead and roll that first. That's a 20 to hit.
Okay, you've hit him.
That is 2 points force damage.
Mm-hmm.
He's still kicking. I don't know how
No.
much HP these guys have.
No, they have minion HP at this point, so if you hit
Okay,
them, you're good.
okay, I
You've
figured.
blown them all up. Yeah. When we do these large combats, we're not calculating to the penny here. They're minion HP. You hit, they blow
All
up.
right, we'll smash that guy next. The one that I can see hitting Nash Magard. It's a 29 to hit
Okay.
for 4 damage.
Yeah.
And let's see. Who else would I be able to see easily from where I'm at? I can hit a lot of them. Well, Nash has a lot of them, so we'll hit this guy as well. The next guy.
Okay.
I can hit him, right? Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. You
That's
can
a-
peek. Well, you have movement, right? So you can peek around the corner and move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's a natural 20. So wasted on a minion, but
Well,
13 points of force damage to that one.
the Eldritch Blast hits him, and he just like force ghosts into nothingness, and his clothes fall to the ground spectacularly.
And yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, it's like we got Hope up next.
All right, Hope will take out diplomacy, throw it up, and say parlay, and then she'll have it attack the one in front of her.
Gotcha. All right, make the attack roll, please.
It was a 1.
Oh no!
Oh
no!
shit!
The sword flies past him in your eagerness, and then falls outside the range with which you control it, and clatters to the ground.
That's fair. All right, she'll use one of her 3 attacks then to attack the one in front of her.
Okay, I believe the range was 30 feet, right, Stanley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're just gonna attack her with attack the Toyota Horde guy with.
The rapier, yeah, her regular
All right.
rapier.
Excellent. Go for it.
22 to hit.
It's a hit. And no need to roll damage dice for minions, so we just establish it's quicker. You just you miss with the sword. He turns around, and looks at you, and he smiles as if he's got you. And then, where does the sword go in? Or rapier go in?
Right through his laughing mouth.
All right, there's yeah, perfect. The sword goes right into his laughing mouth. He's like,
No, my laughing mouth.
and he just stays frozen dead in his laugh as you sort of put your boot on his chest and take him out of the rapier, and he like
It's the one I
dies with
laugh
that expression on his face.
At least he died happy. It's more than many of us can say. And then she'll
scary.
head over to Half Tank Man and use her final 2 attacks on him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you make your way from the checkout to the broken seasonal, and yeah, go for it.
All right, first attack is a 17.
Mm-hmm. It's a hit.
And then second attack is a 24.
That's a hit as well. Yeah, roll up your damage dice, please.
31 damage total.
Okay. Just describe your slaying of General Motors.
She'll look kind of sadly at this guy, not knowing the history they have, but understanding Nash's desire for vengeance. And it'll be a clean death. She won't make it gory or anything, just a quick pierce through the heart.
All right, you
And
find
then
his
he can die
heart.
of a broken heart. Because he already
You
has one, I guess.
Put it
I don't
in.
know.
Yeah, and you do it twice, right? So there's 2 attacks. So
Yeah.
you find it, you're like, yeah, that's not quite it, and do it a second time.
yeah.
And you
She's no
find it.
medical person, but she'll find
Yeah,
her mark.
and as he's like sobbing, he just looks into your eyes with the most pleading look, like a lost dog that never got the answer, and it realizes it's too late, and the eyes just go lifeless, and his last dying words are, Nash. As he dies with tears streaming down his face.
Aw.
And fire all around and weird music playing from the Walmart. Seeing this destruction, the other Toyota hosts sort of stand in shock, and they sort of slap each other, and they start breaking off and running away. Now that General Motors is dead, their commander, they begin fleeing. It's your choice whether you want to let them flee or pursue and clean up.
Hope will call out. We need one to point us to the direction to go downstairs.
Okay, and that brings us to Varel's turn.
All right. Well, if that's the case and they're all running for it, I will flame burst the 3 in my range.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Yep. Just saving throw. No saving throw for that one. They
5
die.
damage to their face.
You look at them and you flame burst, and they're no more. They
And then I will grab one of the ones attacking the goblin in the sleepwear and panties. Is that what it said?
I think so. Yeah, it's sleepwear and women panties.
All right.
Yeah.
So I will apprehend a fleeing enemy in the sleepwear section.
Okay, and let's make a grappling check, I guess.
Okay. Well, 15.
Yep, you got it. I rolled 12. So you grab one of them as they turn to walk away, and they turn to look at you, and they say, "We will never die! We will never die! We will never die!" And he's just yelling at you in defiance, this weird sentence.
I'll just start walking towards Hope because I know she's the one who wants to talk to him.
All right, he struggles with it, and the goblin looks to you and he says, "Run, we chase! We chase." And so, yes, perfect. That will pretty much end the combat turn, though, as everyone runs away unless anyone else wants to continue pursuing or have any other objectives involving combat. So let me know as a group.
I mean, the guys behind me, what's their deal?
Which guy's behind you?
All the bad dudes right behind me on my left.
Oh, they're running away.
They're leaving.
starting to,
Okay.
They haven't had a turn yet, but they're going to make their way out. They've just turned around. They've tucked tail, and they're like, "Oh, General Motors is dead!" And they're running. They're running off.
Okay. Awesome. Then no is my answer.
Okay, perfect. So the goblins run off chasing, like dogs chasing after cars. They run off chasing down various Toyota host members as they clear out, no longer confident in their numbers. I'm just going to delete most of this. Varel, you're in the sleepwear section with a captured Toyota host member. There are several large craters in this place and corpses and fire smoldering everywhere.
I didn't see any other Kuromu Kishi come running out this way, so Stanley's gonna go back to see if he can figure out where they went back this way. Because I saw them take off, but not exactly where they went, I don't think.
How do you want to investigate? Perception or investigation? Do you want to use your senses, or do you want to look at...
Let's do
Tracking.
perception.
Okay.
Let's perceive. With a 33.
Taking in your surroundings to see where the possible exits were, you remember hearing that the others were sent off to warn the principal that you've arrived over the din of all that had happened. Putting two and two together with the discussion about where to find an entrance, the Nash's stories about stealing a book long ago, Moby Dick. There must be some way to descend where you need to go towards the back, because that's where you saw the head sort of poke out and a door open in your periphery with your excellent perception to the combat. So the door would be exiting between, you see where Household Pets is in the dairy aisle, like there would be a door, some sort of door towards the back there.
Okay. Stanley's gonna go look for something back there while they talk to the guy.
Okay, perfect. For the rest of the party, so Varel has in hand a Toyota host member. We will never die! We will never die! For we are Toyota!
Yes, yes.
We heard you the first time.
All right, so the party gathers up together.
Yep,
The
I will
Elhendari-
bring the individual down through the checkout to Hope.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Hope, everyone's sort of gathered together in the front checkout aisle. Prisoner in hand.
Is he still spewing his nonsense?
Oh yeah, he won't shut up.
All right, she'll slap him.
All right, slap him. Let's make an intimidation roll.
14.
You slap him, connecting many fingers to the face. It's a good slap. And he stops for a second, gritting his teeth but looking at you.
Would she need to bend down to get eye to eye with him?
Yeah. Well, ask Varel, but I think Varel would be holding him, like, down.
Oh,
But
sure.
That's how I picture it, but ask for Kyle. Maybe you can tell us.
No, I'd be holding him basically straight on in a bit of a grab, as I know
Like full
previously
Nelson?
Hope gets weird when things are on the ground and carves them up and stuff.
Like a half Nelson?
Fair.
It's a funny tendency you've noticed there.
So he's gritting now, and she'll go, all right, you get one chance. Where's the way to go downstairs toward the principal?
He looks at you. I cannot betray my master. I will not tell you.
Okay, cool. And then she'll kill him.
All right. So he looks at you and goes, I will ride the road! As you put your rapier into him. I will ride the road! And he falls over, hitting the ground.
Amazing.
Just want to bend down and whisper vroom vroom in his ear as he rides.
Vroom vroom, bitch. Yeah. He hits the ground and a pool of blood starts assembling. You hear the rustling of some plastic, and unfortunate Nash, looking super disheveled, smoky and on fire, wanders to the checkout, picks up a bag of M&Ms, and he begins sort of like a shock victim, like eating M&Ms.
The rare treat that was the M&Ms in the solar mines. That's amazing. Well,
Are you okay, unfortunate Nash?
Unfortunate. Who gave me that name?
the other Nash is dead.
Nash.
Wait a second.
Not me. The other ones. The ones that are all dead that can't defend themselves now. They all said it.
Yeah, I'm still alive, and they're calling me the unfortunate one?
It's ironic. It's like calling your big friend Tiny.
That's a little toxic.
Tiny?
Where's the other Nash?
Oh.
Which
Which Nash? Me Nash? Or White Nash?
Yeah, White Nash isn't with us anymore.
White Nash got shot in the head.
Yeah. The jeweler did it.
Where's the jeweler?
I dropped a meteor on him.
Okay.
Pretty good, eh? Great.
Fine. Let us find our goblin friends. They may have pursued them back to their nest.
Cool. Hope will nod and kind of let Vrel know he can lead the way if he wants.
All right, everyone's just noticed Stanley's nowhere around.
Well, I know where he's at. He's looking for the hole. He's looking for the entrance. All right.
All right. So Stanley, would you stop somewhere for anyone to wait up, or are you forging forward while they chat?
I'm looking for an entrance. If I find it, I would stop to get their attention.
All right. So you move through the aisles of the broken, exploded Walmart and see Stanley standing towards the back, where there's an entrance to a stockroom. And Stanley, you've peered in. You have the door open, and you're looking in, and you see supply all around the stockroom, and a freight elevator towards the back of the room.
As I passed by the pet section, I noticed the happy smiling animals and the great pieces of meat on display on the bags, and I take one.
Nice. Anything in particular, like canned wet food, dry food, kibbles?
Something exciting sounding like bacon yum-yums or...
All right. Yeah, I don't know what... I know some of them. There's but yeah. You pick up... You see something shockingly called bacon yum-yums by Purina.
Grab it.
Excellent. And so you have your bag of M&Ms. Nash has his bag of M&Ms. You have your bag of bacon yum-yums. Okay, so everyone sort of follows. Unfortunate Nash follows behind as you move towards the back of the Walmart and find Stanley staring at the stockroom, holding the door, peering in.
Did you find a hole, Stanley?
I found better. I found an elevator. I think this is the direction they headed, and if I heard correctly, they said to go tell the principal, which means this is exactly where we need to head.
Well, this is starting to look familiar. I think you found it.
All right. So, having looked around the room, you find your perception being what it is, Stanley. You're able to tell that there are no assailants inside this room, and that the elevator, isn't there. Like it's the door is closed. You just know what an elevator looks like. It is not. You've been in elevators before.
Yeah.
So the party. I think. Tell me if you would do something differently. But just as we wrap towards the end of the show, the party clicks the button, moves into the room. Stanley, you press the button to go down. The freight elevator, after a few moments, comes up and opens. The party walks into the freight elevator. Only unfortunate Nash, the party, 2 Elhendari elves are remaining. The goblins seem to have gone off permanently. And the door closes as you descend into the darkness below.
Did you also call it a fright elevator earlier?
Freight elevator.
Okay.
I might have called it a freight elevator. We had a whole episode about this nomenclature, if you recall, in Sigil. Yeah. That was a thing for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we ended off there. Next week we'll find out the destiny finally reaching below ground. Find out the destiny of the heroes as we bring this war to its culmination.
Oh, man. All right. Well, there you have it, everybody. I turn off this record that's been playing the whole time since we knocked it over. There you have it. We'll be back next week to see where things end up. Will you be here to witness it? I hope so, because you don't want to miss out on this. In the meantime, go help us out over at therewillbedungeons.com. Great place to support the show. And a little bit later today, or right after the show today, we're recording our what do we call it? Monthly bonus episode, which will go out to those supporters first. If you want to be like them and support your favorite D&D podcast, it's a great way to do it. So go to therewillbedungeons.com And while you're at it, grab some tea at phoenixpearltea.com/TWBD. They have some amazing stuff there, including a new Nash tea that everybody's going to want to try and tell your friends about. That's going to do it for us, for me, for Kyle, for Kristen, and for Bo and John. Who else? Is that it? Yeah.
Yep,
That's everybody.
that's it.
We'll see you next time. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com. Oh.
Whoa.
Portal gun.